Hello everyone, let me introduce myself. My name is Riza Putri from the English Education Study Program, University PGRI Jombang. Today, I'm here to discuss an interesting topic. The topic is about a review of 5 stories that I have chosen. The stories are not only entertaining but also provide a new perspective that might make us think deeper about life. And the stories that the first is that is the necklace, and the second is a family. The third is a wedding gift, and the fourth is the father, and the last is a good man is hard to find. Okay, in the first stories there is the necklace by Gue Demawasan. In that story there is someone named Matilde Loisel. Uh, she is a beautiful but discontented woman, long for a luxurious life despite her modest means. When her husband gives her an invitation to a party, she feels unprepared without a fancy dress and jewelry. And her husband sacrifices his savings to buy her a dress, and she borrows a necklace from her wealthy friend, Madame Forrester. After the party, Mathilde realized she lost the necklace, leading her and her husband to replace it at great expense. And years later, she met Madame Forrester, and she tell that the story that she lost her necklace, and Madame Forrest said that the necklace that not original but is just a cheap imitation. And from the story, I can give an opinion that this story is very good to read because it tells where this problem is often experienced by people. It shows about which is our life or our fake life. Matilda's experience is a warning story about our self-awareness because what we seek may not be worth the price we pay. The second story is a family. That this story was also written by Kaido Maupassant. This story that tell that the narrator meets his old friend Simon Redovin, who seems to have changed. Once full of enthusiasm, Simon now lives quietly with his wife and 5 children in a small town. When Simon invites the narrator to dinner, the narrator sees the cruel side of the Simon family, who often taunt and withhold food from Simon's old and disabled grandfather, even though eating in his last pleasure. And that night, the narrator can sleep because of feeling sorry and disgusted of the empty life that Simon and his family life, comparing it to the simplicity of a bird singing to its mate. I think in this story, my opinion, shows how a monotonous routine can turn a person's dreams and fatality. The narrator is disappointed in Simon, now focus on family yet lacking empathy, highlights this change. Irony survives in the family's concern for the grandfather's health as they deny him small choice without compassion. And the ending, the bird chirping emphasize the value of meaningful relationships and genuine care in life. The third story is a wedding gift. This story was also written by Guede Maupassant. And then the story tell about there is a man named Jacques Poldir who is known for his reckless lifestyles, falls in love with Bertolanis and gets her family's consent to marry her. On their wedding night, Jacques learns that his former lover, Revet, is dying after giving birth to his child. He rushes to her side, promising to care for the child. Upon returning home, Jacques explains this to his shocked but loving wife, Bert, who agrees to help raise the child, showing resilience and kindness. From this story, that I can give opinion that this story explores love, responsibility, and forgiveness amidst unexpected challenges. Jacques' journey from recklessness to devoted husband and father highlights the transformative power of love, while Bertha's compassionate acceptance of her past shows resilience, and that their story illustrates that true love often requires sacrifice and understanding, with forgiveness strengthening the relationship. Okay, next story. The title is A Family. This is also was written by Kaide Mawasan. This story focuses on Francois Tessier, a Kurd who falls in love with Laos. A Kurd he meets every day on the bus. Their romance grows but ends abruptly when Lois, feeling guilty, cuts off contact. And then later, Francois learns that she has given birth to their son, whom she raises with her husband when she's Flamer. Years later, Francois, lonely and remorseful, seeks to find his son. After a tense encounter with Monsieur Flamer, the Francois briefly reunites with his son, share a tender moment, but soon leave feeling like an outsider. And I will give my comment for this story that I think this story depicts the complexity of love and the bittersweet nature of relationships. Francois' journey from hope to regret reflect the fragility of love and the lasting impact of our choices, serving as a poignant reminder of how love can shape and haunt our lives. And I think he also feels guilty toward his son, so he tries to meet his son. Next story is and the last story. This is this story from a Flannery O'Connor's. The title is A Good Man is Hard to Find. The story tells that there is a family road trip that ends in tragedy. There is a grandmother insisting on visiting the plantation. She remembers and she manipulates her son, the name is Bailey, into changing their route. Along the way, they have an accident and encounter the misfit and accept conflict. The grandmother tries to bring out the good in him, reminding him of the values and manners he held dear, but her efforts fail. Despite his pleas and attempts to connect, the misfit kills the entire family one by one. And I will give a comment for this story. In my opinion, this story is very tragic because it tells the journey of a family that ends tragically. This story contains morals and conflict. We can see that when the grandmother was about to be killed, she began politically but was still killed. And also the story has a certain meaning where the title states that a good man is hard to find, and the meaning I think maybe that at the end of the story the grandmother had beget politically not to be killed, but unfortunately she was still killed. So whoever we meet, we must still be careful because we don't know someone's nature. Okay, that is the end of me for reviewing my 5 short stories, and I hope you can take some lessons from some of the stories I reviewed, and I hope you enjoy my video, and I will say goodbye.